able to have your zap through the wall, that would also have enough damage to maximize the Sleepy Trouble Bobo. So this is kind of like a more marksman-centric, a more hyper-carry-centric type of champion when paired with Zoe compared to, let's say, you're having it with an Ezreal. So it's like having a hybrid, but kind of works just because of the special interaction that Zeri has through walls. So I do like the pick overall right now for Fennel. They also have the Orin to have that bit of engage, disengage. Also have a bit of a tank on their composition right now. But we'll see what they can add to this. Chaz, I do hope he's gonna pick something on the lines of maybe not a Kha'Zix, Jace possibly, but I do like to see more of an engaged kind of champion in the jungle to help facilitate the fights for both the Zoe and the Zeri.
Jace might still work if spells would actually use an engaged champion like this one, the Necton, or possibly a Riven as well would work. So we don't really see that much burst in terms of AoE coming in from Fennel, and that just puts the Renekton in a much better spot to be picked up even more. Lucian, Ezreal as the ADC, and the Jace this time is gonna be much better for Team Flash, because I was a little bit worried seeing just the Ezreal because there's no additional poke, but when we saw the Jace, this is much better for Team Flash and can actually work against Fennel.
I think what Team Flash is going here is thinking about what we can do better with the strength that Fennel had in Game 1, that is poke. So they have included the Ezreal in their composition. But the thing is, I think this is again me thinking about the trouble from Fennel's composition in Game 1 and Team Flash just running through the same trouble, right? For Fennel, they do have poke as well. They also have engage. They have really good early game as well because of the Renekton and the Lee Sin. So I just feel like that Fennel, that Team Flash might run into the same trouble as Fennel. But Fennel did win Game 1, so my anxiety towards their composition might be unfounded as we go into Game 2.
And Fennel as well has been really used to this kind of engaged composition. Spells oftentimes use the Renekton as well. It's very comfortable in just getting that proc into engaging and being very aggressive in the laning phase. It's one of his newer adaptations as well. Just like the Fiora and the Camille. And now they're going to be fully utilizing it in this game to just help out Chaz on one of his favorite champions as well, the Lee Sin. That is always exciting to be watched. Let's see if Fennel would be able to get this 2-0 victory, or will the poke composition of Team Flash be better?
Yeah. And what do you need when it comes to a poke composition? And that is a bit of an early game lead so that your poke will stick harder and longer against the composition that Fennel has. But J68 running a bit of trouble right now. You see Helios and Chaz in the mid lane. Going back, I just feel like this is at least where the mid lane battle, it's a bit more even compared to what we saw earlier between Coyote having that Zoe in the mid lane. The thing is, if you miss your paddle star on Lucian can just dash towards you and deal the damage. Well, for this one, I feel like that the trading potential for Zeri is a bit more even. Against the Lucian, can just dodge the piercing lights and then throw some damage back on the mid lane. So we could see a bit more parity in the mid lane. The real issue the real action that we might see here is on the top side. Seeing as Chaz has started his jungle route into the blue buff, he will be ending it around the top side of the map.
Yeah, especially that it is going to be a bit of an advantage, honestly, towards the Renekton, at least in the first interaction, right? Because you can cancel out the adaptive defense of a Camille, usually Ruthless Predator, and can easily slice and dice away from harm's way. And it will take some time before
games and you know how to tower dive well, it swings the momentum, the tempo into gold so much in your favor. So yeah, it's just a tip as well for any 5-man groups that are watching the stream right now. Tower dives, better learn how to do them.
Just practice it. It does take some time, but it is going to be very useful, especially in times of need. It kind of sets you apart from other teams as well, because if you can tower dive, if you can disengage from a tower dive as well, it's gonna be great. Danny is gonna be exiting out here. Will be helped by Arisen as well. Unfortunately, 368 was trying to take down a Scuttle Crab. They take it, but unable to take a kill towards Danny. Will be settling down for a plate instead.
Yeah, it's gonna be the plate. Yeah, Huden able to secure a plate there in the bot sides. At least something for them. Chaz already has a timing here at the top side, able to get the Scuttle going deep into the jungle though. Just might be getting a timing here. Does have the ultimate, may be able to kick Coyote.
It does, but unable to angle it correctly. And should flash away. Dredgelight did not connect, so that's fine. Nothing expended, nothing taken. Just an equal amount of resources spent out by both Team Flash and Fennel. But that was a little bit unfortunate, especially coming from Chaz.
Yeah. That was also very risky for the side of Chaz. There was not a lot to gain there, especially if it does fail. Doesn't even bring a lot of damage against the Lucian. So it just shows that, at least for Team Flash, that Fennel already has their jungler in the mid lane, needs to recall that this could very well be a timing right here for 368. Does get spotted by the ward though.
Oh, one shock blast, just a poke, just some attention that 368 is giving towards Helios. And he felt that. He felt that, definitely.
Yeah, definitely felt that the accelerated shock blast. I think also this now Chaz is just really trying to look for these ganks. He knows that in the early game, he does have a lot of damage in his kit. He is the Lee Sin. Often, a lot of League players know that Lee Sin is the king of early game ganks in the league, along with, say, Xin Zhao. But Lee Sin is very explosive, looking to get those ganks, because if it's not able to be useful, impactful in the early game, it's harder for him to have that same effect in the late game, just because his damage falls off by so much. And how linear his kit is, just having that one kick to be able to pick off a target. If you're not able to execute that perfectly in the late game, it brings down the utility of this champion by so much.
Yeah, and it puts you in a harm's way. It's a 50-50 champion, basically. Especially towards the late game. Your usefulness kind of stops at mid-game. When the power spikes come in from Team Flash, it's going to be very difficult for Fennel to actually make something happen. Except
oh my god,
if Helios and Danny are going to be quite fed this time around. Helios is going to be in a bad spot, still able to escape. The answer back is much better! And 368 did not expect that.
And there's a ward right there. Team Flash was spotted as they were running through the tri-bush. That was a bait so well sold. They were selling that kill so well from Fennel, and they were able to hit back, getting the first blood in favor of Fennel. Unfortunately, they go to the side of Ornn, but just stopping that play was already something that is a big advantage right now for Fennel.
Yeah, Fennel just making sure they get the leverage into their game, do not feel any threat coming in from Team Flash as of the moment. It is a great angle of Chaz. The kick this time around is going to be better, and 368 dying again! Fennel loving every single bullying that they're doing towards his Jace.
I love the coordination as well from Fennel. They knew that every little thing that they could have gotten, they got a kick up, they got a rise in there, Danny in there, having the flash to be able to deal enough damage on the Jace to take him down. It is just so well coordinated.
Ooh! The flash by T3, unable to reach Danny though. They're focusing on to the Herald. Spell's gonna be interfering. Chaz focusing on the Herald, will secure it though. T3 unable to interfere. Coyote gonna be a little bit late towards the party. Horizon still here. Renekton still able to flash out. And here comes Helios as well, as 368 unable to reach Horizon. Team Flash has lost already a lot of members and wouldn't want to lose more.
Yeah, 3 more kills, as well as the Herald being secured by Fennel. They got everything that they wanted and more in that Herald fight. The Dragon is still up. The recall timings from Fennel are gonna be enough to be able to walk back to the Dragon if they do so want to challenge this. Chazo didn't go for the recall, so his HP won't be as full, but he's trying to get some jungle camps for the lifesteal. But so far, both of these teams not focusing their attention on the Dragon yet. We might see it as soon as this mid lane wave gets shoved in either direction.
6 minutes in, 2,000 gold lead. And Fennel looking to get both objectives as well. Team Flash, they tried to interfere a while ago in the Rift Herald, but it kind of cost them a lot more than they anticipated it to be. And this time, it's a double objective for Fennel. They haven't even used the Rift Herald just yet, so they can use it into the mid lane and force out more towards Team Flash.
And Team Flash giving a lot of respect as well to the composition of Fennel. They need to figure out how to get those picks, how to be able to set up their poke. As we mentioned earlier, they do have a poke composition. This Ezreal and Jace needs to be able to siege down turrets, needs to be able to deal the damage before they're able to go for these kills. They don't have as much of a go button as the composition of team of Fennel has, so it's gonna be hard. Team Flash is gonna be hard pressed here to find those opportunities.
Investing onto the tower. Chaz is gonna be here as well. Hextech Ultimatum to try and dodge it, but gets pinned down with the Dragon's Rage. And this tower should fall down faster than Team Flash is attempting to push topside.
Yeah, and Fennel even used the Herald in the mid lane, so that tower is chipped already at 500 HP. Do see a replay here in the mid lane. Believe Danny's gonna be picked off here by the members of Team Flash. A bit of an over-aggressive portal, just a very much a gimme right now for the side of Team Flash, which has gifted the mid lane turret right now for Team Flash. Team Flash is the one who's able to break mid lane tower first.
Yeah, it's actually much better here for Team Flash because they still have their tower standing, though only having 500 HP is still going to be helpful for their vision control and information gathering. The charge going to be used, actually denied here by Cheeky. Arisen going to be in a bad spot, will get pinned down. And Danny throwing a Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Chad's going to be here as well, waiting for the re-engage of spells, but gets denied as well. Dominus going to be popped. The flash comes through, but gets pinned down again by the Nautilus. So we focus on him instead and gets the kill onto the Lucian as well. Helios will just finish up the last kill. 3 kills for 1 by Fennel.
Yeah, 3 kills immediately on the side of Fennel. Arisen did fall down, but at what cost? Those 2 towers as well went to the favor of Fennel. As we see in the replay right here, Arisen getting caught out here a bit too far into the back line. But Speltz and Chaz just having so much presence in the front line, and Danny just doing so much damage that Team Flash can't even fight it out. Chaz also having a really great kick that just solidifies or establishes their win in that top side.
And this time it is Team Flash that is experiencing what it feels like going up against a hard engage composition. And despite them having a Nautilus, I mean actually since they have a Nautilus very similar to how the composition was for Fennel, they're not being able to cancel out engages of Fennel. They're just struggling. Every single time we see Chaz spells dive in, no one's actually able to stop them.
Yeah. We're just seeing as well what feels like the lack of team cohesion yet from Team Flash. As we mentioned, Coyote has been with our organization for such a long time, but it's his first game here in WRL Season 2. This is his first game with Team Flash as a roster in this tournament, and you could see the huge difference between how the Zoe has been utilized compared to how Zoe was being utilized earlier on. Earlier on, Coyote felt like he was playing on his own, wasn't supported by the team, couldn't find any vision, he couldn't find any good targets to be able to hit his long-range paddle stars on until they got to about the 12 to 15 minute mark, when they had the tankiness to be able to just run into the enemy jungle. But you can see Danny, he has been supported by the team all this time. They're always playing together with the Zoe, trying to look for these picks. Even now, you can see Arisen and Chaz going with him. This is how you use the Zoe. This is where the Zoe is at her strongest. She's really trying to make full use of it.
Yeah, Danny's just all over the place. Much different, right, from the performance and the experience of Coyote as well in game number 1. He has been consistent. He was taken out a couple of times, especially one into the mid lane that allowed Team Flash to get that tower there as well. But it doesn't matter because Fennel's still the one taking control of this entire game with the amount of lead that they have. 4,000 going for this vision control in the bottom side river in preparation for the next dragon as well. And Team Flash has to be very cautious every single time because they don't know when actually Fennel would go in through Arisen or through Chaz.
This could be the position where Team Flash gets this game back into their hands. Chaz!
That is a lot of damage calling going to be used as well. Still, Chaz is going to be fine. Trushot Barrage will not spot him, but spots the other members of Fennel instead. This can give them leverage right now.
Yeah, that's a lot of leverage as you mentioned, but Chaz going up to almost full with lifesteal. No Shiki.
Spells. They go in. Shaky is in a bit low right now. It's back here. Chaz gets in. Gets 2 kills as well. And everyone on Team Flash is going to be running away. Fennel just running at them. Still committing onto the fight. Spells going in with a slice and dice and would connect the Ruthless Predator. The charge. The breath is gonna be there as well. And Fennel gets the ace against Team Flash and should get more out of this as well. They can go to the dragon. Possibly just take more towers as well.
Yeah, it's better to take towers than take these objectives at this point, because one thing you have to remember is that towers don't regenerate, while the objectives like the dragon, they will come back after you get them, because there will be a different version of them later on. So it's better take down the standing structures first.
They get both.
They get both, actually. And going back to that fight, I hope we do see the replay, because I don't think Shiki should have any right to walk up that far, because remember, they are a poke composition. You shouldn't face check these positions where Fennel could be, because you're just gonna get blown up and you won't have your team to back you up to go in to try to find those openings when they've used their damage, when they've used their ability, so that you can throw them down. Team Flash doesn't have that. They have a Jace, they have an Ezreal. These two champions, they need to poke first before going in. And if you're just giving away your main tank line, the composition of Fennel is just gonna run you over, and that's what we saw in the earlier fight.
It might have been better for T3 to be the one checking the area, right? Because he has the tactical sweep for the poke, and regeneration has the hook
just
shot.
Just like Spells in game 1, right?
Just like Spells! But it's a much more different approach by Team Flash that is definitely not working, as Fennel is getting everything here.
Yeah. Fennel right now. I also commended earlier, Team Flash may have had a position to be able to get the game back, because they are still a poke composition. And when a team tries to get an objective, there is a chance for the poke comp to be able to wrestle control if they're able to play the resets for the objective and then poke them down as they're trying to go in. But with the advantage that Fennel has right now, almost 8,000 in the gold lead, they will have more items. They will have more stats to be able to go against the poke coming from Team Flash. And if Fennel decides to start the objective, Fennel can just turn around and take the fight to Team Flash.
They can do it without harm, without risk. But they're also just paying a lot of respect towards Team Flash regardless. This is how safe Fennel is executing this game as of the moment. They recognize that they can just go for the long run. They can just invest their time in getting more resources, getting more information, setting more vision onto the parts of the jungle here of 368, setting up potentially for the last dragon as well. Chaz getting hit by the shot blast is still gonna be fine. Horizons is the one to lead the charge. Actually, that does not connect. It's the through shot barrage. Deals some damage. Call of the Forge God. Landing. Hextech Ultimatum gonna be used for the isolation, but still not gonna be working here for Team Flash, as Fennel gets that one kill.
Yeah, Fennel gets one kill, but health bars are low for them. Team Flash still has healthier health bars here.
Oh no! Sleepy Trouble Bubble still is able to escape. Coyote as well, not hit by the Sonic Wave. It's gonna be fine. Chaz just answered back with some pokes, but Fennel going towards the Baron now can be quite dangerous.
Yeah, can be quite dangerous for both of these teams. Edge of Night is up for 368. We're able to absorb at least one ability coming from this Zoe if it does get hit. But still, this is a bad proposition for Team Flash. Danny is so much ahead right now.
Oh no!
Oh. Okay.
Barrage not finding anyone. There's the laser, there's the chance! Kick! Engage! Horizon as well! And Fennel just gonna be following up. Everyone's there! Shiki's too late to the party, but the party is not for him, it's for Fennel right now. Tries to go in with a depth charge, but you can't do anything to 5 members of this squad, and they rush straight to the Baron.
Baron's gonna be secured by Fennel right here, and that was just a good series of events. Shaz at that fight, flashing in with the 3-man slow, as well as the knockups coming from the members of Fennel from Horizon. That's just a clean fight by Fennel right here, showing the lead that they have against Team Flash. And what can Team Flash do at this point when you're a poke composition against Baron buff up minions? You won't have the wave clear to be able to destroy to kill the siege minions, to defend your turrets. It's just it's looking very much impossible right now for Team Flash.
It's looking dire.
Yeah.
Just in time for the dragon as well. Ocean Dragon. Oh, this is big oof for Team Flash right now. Fennel would have everything at this point, and Team Flash having nothing. And this is a disastrous situation right now for Team Flash. Let's see if they can do something about this. Pokes are not connecting. They're just being pressured right now by Fennel.
Yeah. Fennel getting the third Drake. This will be Dragon Soul for them. And oh no, Danny getting cut out here.
still gonna be fine. Doesn't have the stasis. Golden Force Shot gonna be there as well, alongside with the charge, and Chaz goes in confidently as Helios is just electrifying everybody here on the side of Team Flash. They will be getting this inhibitor tower in the bottom lane, might be the mid lane as well, as they have taken already the Soul Dragon. They have the Baron powered minions as well to push here in the Nexus. See if they are going to be able to end this already. True Shot Barrage will not connect onto Danny. He'll just well confidently pushing forward alone, not scared at all at any member of Team Flash, and they will rush the mid lane as well. Nexus is going to be exposed, damage coming through, the engage by Ryzen as well, but they focus on the main objective, and that is the 2-0 Team Flash.
That is the 2-0 by Fennel against Team Flash. And the funny thing about this set is